the beginning of the 1990s, notable newspapers gave the news of a very
सन
important
1990 की
archaeological
शुरुआत में
finding
एक शहर
with the
दरियाफ्त हुआ।
following headlines. The legendary Arab city has been found.
इस शहर को उबार के नाम
Hogaya,
से अखबारों में भी
Atlantis
शाया
of the
किया गया,
sands.
जिसको
What
बाकायदा
makes this
सहरा का
interesting archaeological
अटलांटिस भी
finding
माना गया।
more important is that its
इस
name
शहर को अहम
exists in
खुसूसियत
the
देने वाली
Quran.
बात ये थी कि कुरान में पहले से
Up
जिक्र
to
किया
that
गया था।
time, many people who thought the tribe of
इस
Ad
दरियाफ्त से
mentioned
पहले
in the
कौम आद
Quran
सिर्फ
to
एक
be a
तारीख ही
legend
थी।
and never to be found were amazed upon this new finding. Nicholas Clapp is the amateur archaeologist who found the city that is mentioned in the Quran.
ये शहर उबार के इलाके में
While
दरियाफ्त हुआ
researching for the
जब
Arabian
निकोलस क्लैप
history,
ने अरेबिक
Arabic
फीलिंग्स का मुताला
historian
किया,
and
जो कि
documentary producer
1923 में
Nicholas Clapp
बर्ट्रम
came
थॉमस
across
ने
a
लिखी
book
थी।
called Arabia Felix, which was written by Bertram Thomas, an English researcher in 1932. Arabia Felix is the name given to the region of the South Arabian Peninsula of Romans and covering the parts of Yemen and Oman.
उबार का इलाका जो कि ओमान से मुंसलिक है, वहीं के लोगों ने उसे उन पुराने रास्तों के बारे में बताया था।
The English researcher Bertram Thomas made a research trip in the region of the city of Ubar, where lies the remains of the city, a place which is near the coast of Oman. During the trip, he met with Bedouins who were living in the desert, and they showed him an old pathway and told him that this pathway belonged to a very old city called Ubar. Nicholas Clapp, who examined the book of Bertram Thomas, made 2 attempts in order to prove the existence of Ubar that Thomas reported.
निकोलस क्लैप ने इन रास्तों
At
के
first,
सबूत जमा
he
करने के
found
लिए
the traces of the pathway whose
पुराने
existence
नक्शे
was
तलाश
told
किए।
him by the Bedouins. Thereupon, he applied to NASA and demanded this area to be photographed via satellite. After that, he started to examine the old scripts and maps that exist in Huntington Library of California. After a short research,
और फिर
he found a map
बैतुल
that had
अमस
been
का
drawn
200
by
सदी पुराना
Egyptian
नक्शा
Greek geographer
उसे मिल गया,
Ptolemaeus in 200 AD.
जिसमें
The
उबार
map
मौजूद
showed the
था।
place of an ancient city and the drawing of ways that led to this city. In the photographs taken by NASA, some traces of a road which were impossible to see with naked eyes,
दूसरा
but
सबूत
visible
नासा की
by
सैटेलाइट
complete
तस्वीरों से
aerial
मिला
view, came within sight.
और उन रास्तों की निशानदेही हो गई।
Both the ways shown in the old map and the satellite photographs supported one another. The ending point of these ways was a large area that was a city once upon a time. So, the place of the legendary city, which had been the subject of oral stories and narrated by Bedouins, was discovered. The remains of an old city started to come into light from the sand during excavations. Thus, this city was named as Ubar, the Atlantis of the sands. The actual evidence proving that this old city is the city of Ad, which is mentioned in the Quran, is the remains of that city.
इस शहर की खासियत कुरान सुतूनों से करता है,
It was seen that this collapsed
और
city
ईरान की
had
मखसूस
belonged to the
दरियाफ्त
Arab
उसके
nation,
सुतून हैं।
and the pillars were the pillars of Iran.
इसी वजह से इस कौम आद के बारे में हमें पता चलता है।
For tall pillars mentioned in the Quran were found during this excavation. Dr. Juris Zarins, who is a member of the
डॉक्टर
expedition
जॉरिस
team,
जरी
stated the
जो इस
following.
दरियाफ्त में खुद शामिल रहे, कहते हैं
What
कि
distinguishes
जो
this city
चीज
from
इस
other
शहर को बाकी
archaeological
शहरों से
findings
मुनफरिद करती
is
है,
its tall pillars.
वो इसके
Therefore,
मौजूदा सुतून हैं।
this city is the
इसलिए
city of
यकीनन
nation,
यही शहर कौम
Iran,
आद का शहर
which
है,
is mentioned in the
जो कि
Quran.
कुरान में जिक्र किया गया है।
Seest thou not how thy Lord
अल
did
फजर
judge the
आयत 6
people
से
of thy
8।
city of Iram,
क्या आपने नहीं देखा कि आपके रब ने आदियों के साथ क्या किया, वो जो इरम में थे बड़े सुतूनों वाले, कि तमाम मुल्क में ऐसे पैदा नहीं हुए।